Riveting. Well, that didn't take too long, now did it, ladies and gentlemen? What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay. Cold ones tonight are 100% mandatory. Well, 404, ladies and gentlemen. This page cannot be displayed. Just like that, Monstercat Affiliates is no more. Monstercat has removed the references to all of this stuff from their website. So now all eyes are on Monstercat as to whether Monstercat is going to do the right thing and talk about what happened. Or are they just going to try and scoot out of the office on Friday? Classic corporate style. Leave some boilerplate apology and hope that the bad press that they've generated for themselves dies down over the weekend. That's what this has come to. I know this trick all too well. Company encounters some bad press or something negative. They try and let things die down over the weekend, hoping, and maybe even praying, if that's their thing, that what they did goes away. It's like it never happened. But the problem is, this is the internet. The Streisand effect is a thing, and it's going to be more of a thing if Monstercat doesn't do the right thing today. So you may be wondering, hey Jay, why is it that you're having this discussion on YouTube? You did the Rise of the Monstercat stream originally on Twitch and then brought it over to YouTube afterwards. Well, here's the thing. I'm gutting my Twitch channel, and this Monstercat fiasco is part of the reason why. I'm going to cut the Twitch channel down to just sidecar stuff and gaming stuff. I don't even think these kinds of discussions or behind-the-scenes stuff is going to be on there anymore. I am done with Twitch's persistent failures versus YouTube. You know, people are trying to trump up some blah blah thingy or whatever about this whole thing with videos getting ads placed on them if they're not in the partner program. But that's not something that hasn't existed on YouTube before. YouTube used to have an option to display ads alongside your videos a long time ago. Talked about that in the YouTube stream last night. The problem is that both streams that I did last night on both YouTube and on Twitch, I watched them afterwards and they felt like rough drafts. Like I just didn't have everything together. And that really, that stream was building up to something better now than it did then. So that's really the feeling I get with streaming in general, is that when I try and stream about current events and stuff like what I'm talking about today, it feels like a rough draft, like I'm making a crappier version of a YouTube video. So the new MultimediaJay vlog is supposed to be able to be editable and really crafted into something good. Like that thing where I was talking about Twitch streamers, it's time to take YouTube seriously, but I just have this unshakable feeling half the time when I stream that it's a crappier version of a YouTube video. And the fun part is this streaming bubble that we are currently seeing where everybody wants to be a streamer is only existing because YouTube is failing at something that they've had in beta since February. So once again, just like the big creators that amounted to something on Twitch because of the adpocalypse disgruntling them away from YouTube, we have a situation here where YouTube actually has a feature that is in beta, and it's been in beta since February, called YouTube Applause. And what that is the ability to use Super Chat and Dono and stuff like that on YouTube videos. The monetization pitfall that videos have versus streaming, it addresses that to some extent. It might be something that plays ball a lot better with the Premieres feature. Because some of the reasons why people don't notice streamers is because they like what they're watching and they want to see the live reaction. So I don't know how YouTube's going to get around that for after the fact stuff. But theoretically, if it's possible for user-based conditioning in this streaming era to be adapted over to videos, then we'll see the end of the streaming bubble. I'll bet you a lot of these streamers, these big streamers that are full-time streamers and doing all this stuff, they would probably really love to have, as streamers, they would probably really love to have the flexibility that making YouTube videos offers. All the strengths of making videos versus streaming. I'm sure that's something that many streamers wish they had. But anyways, let's talk about Monstercat. As the title of the stream might suggest, there are two things in play here. We're talking about the fall of the Monstercat affiliates and also what this means for the Twitch affiliate program in the first place. Now, that's one of the interesting things about Twitch, is that they have two levels of monetization, whereas YouTube has the partner program, but the partner program has the hardest requirements out of everything because it takes place over a year. So you need 1,000 subs and 4,000 public watch hours to be partnered on YouTube. So you need at least a couple of videos to do really well in order to get partnership. So, and if we actually go back to the graphics that I had earlier, Twitch affiliate is a 30-day thing. YouTube partner is an entire year. And then Facebook level up is 14 days. So right now, YouTube is actually the outlier here because the requirements are actually over a 12-month period. And I think this could be cut down to 3 months or something probably in order to have more parity with the other two. But that's up to YouTube to make that decision. But Twitch, Twitch actually has two levels of monetization. You start as an affiliate, you can work your way up to partner. But Twitch affiliate, with its 3 concurrent viewer requirement that pretty much gates everything because of the inferior discoverability technology, basically means if you don't bring an audience with you to Twitch, you're never going to get affiliate. And I've been streaming on Twitch for over 6 months and still haven't gotten it, specifically because of concurrent viewers. Now, the unintended consequences of Twitch affiliates or Twitch in general's obsession with concurrence, and 3 concurrent viewers is probably a misnomer. I need to really I really need to start talking about concurrence as just straight concurrence. Slang term, I know, but concurrent viewer is probably not a good way to talk about this stuff. Because a concurrent is an average. So when your stream averages like 20 concurrents, that means for the entire time that you streamed, you had an average of 20 people watching you. That can have its ups and downs, but at the very same time, concurrents are actually averages. They're not actually people. For a concurrent to be an actual person, one person needs to watch you for the entire time that you stream. So if you're a full-time streamer, streaming 8 to 15 hours a day because you're totally obsessed with some video game and you're basically streaming every hour that you're awake, if you're like that, then you need somebody to watch someone on the internet for 8 to 15 hours a day. I don't think that happens. Not much, if at all. So concurrent viewers is I probably should just say 3 concurrents. Because concurrent viewers is a misnomer. You know, you're talking an average of 3 concurrent viewers over a 30-day period. So, and there's little emails you get that track all of that for you. But one of the unintended consequences of all of this is that because of any emphasis at all on concurrence, you shouldn't be streaming on Twitch unless it helps you make your goals. So I can't really think of anything worth streaming on Twitch. You know, most of the stuff that I could stream now, like this kind of stuff, is better off being streamed on YouTube, where there isn't a concurrent requirement, and I can just make it into a video after the fact and just leave it on the channel. And everybody who's upset with me for using 2 platforms can be like, oh, look, he's streaming on YouTube now. But Twitch has dropped the ball on so much. They've dropped the ball on DMCA. They've dropped the ball on this, that, and the other. They've dropped the ball on some internal issues with how they manage their own workforce. They've dropped the ball on lots of things. And they've really exposed just how behind the eight ball they are versus YouTube and even versus Facebook. When I'm hearing, for example, about Twitch being a platform where people are worried about DMCA so much, and yet Facebook ponies up the money to buy a license so that game streamers on Facebook Gaming can actually use commercial music in their streams, that really says something about the state of Twitch. Then you look at the numbers, you look at the audience ratios, and you look at how Twitch routinely is the worst in the industry for audience ratios. When's Q4 coming out? A couple more weeks, I think, maybe? I don't know. But Twitch has always had the worst audience ratio of hours watched versus hours streamed. Bottom line, the numbers tell me that way too many people are trying to be Twitch streamers, and they're deluding themselves into thinking that Twitch is a lot bigger than it actually is, and that they're not fighting and clawing and, by tooth and nail or whatever for piddly little audiences. And that's just not the case on Twitch. There's actually there's a streamer from Sweden who was going back and forth with me on Twitter about all of this, and I looked up her numbers. She joined Twitch a couple of years ago. Came in with 10 concurrent viewers, probably brought some friends with her from another site or maybe real life. And after years of streaming on Twitch, she has gotten a grand total of 10 more concurrent viewers. So she hasn't gone from entry level to huge streamer. She's gone from 10 concurrents on average to 20 concurrents on average. So, knock some of that back, baby. She's gone from 10 concurrents to 20 concurrents from years of work on Twitch. And people wonder why I'm so antagonistic towards the idea of Twitch grinding. There's just no return on investment for the time you sink into trying to grow on Twitch. I'm sorry. And the affiliate program isn't going to help that any. We're going to talk about that, because I've also been responding to Devin Nash's little discussion. Devin Nash, in his zeal to wing a YouTube video out of a Twitch stream, actually spread misinformation about the affiliate program on Twitch. If you actually bypass all the commentators and go to the source, read Twitch's affiliate agreement, that's when you'll see that Twitch defines the scope of things like the exclusivity that you agree to live content and stuff like that. It's right there in the affiliate agreement. But what's also in the affiliate agreement is something that if Monstercat had kept going with Monstercat affiliates, then this would have been the swan song for it, and we'll get to that. Let's go through some of these browser tabs. So you have Monstercat here. Now they've taken down the page. It's a 404 now, page not found, so let's close that out. But here's the thing. Here's the tweet that I made earlier, linking to the old page before it was taken down. Not only do I support this idea, but I think Twitch shouldn't have to resort to workarounds to join the rest of the industry and not having a concurrent requirement for affiliate. So, of course, we just looked at that. Let's see. Is it this one? No, that's the affiliate agreement. This one. Yep. Twitch stands alone in their emphasis on concurrence versus YouTube and Facebook. But here's the thing. Here it is right here, the tweet from Monstercat. But let's go back to this. Look at what this pop-up says here. Fast track to Twitch affiliate status with a Monstercat Gold subscription and unlock monetization tools for your content. There it is. They can delete the page, but everybody that linked to this on Twitter has this as the pop-up description. Fast track to Twitch affiliate status with a Monstercat Gold subscription and unlock monetization tools for your content. I don't think it gets any clearer than that as to what was being advertised. So yeah, Monstercat, take the page down all you want. The Streisand effect is in full force. Everybody with a now dead link from Twitter has this in it. The world knows what you were advertising, and the media outlets that covered it knows what you were advertising. It's time to do the right thing. The corporate boilerplate thing to do, and let's also mute alerts due to the serious nature of this discussion. Pause all alerts. The boilerplate corporate thing to do is to try and scoot out the office on Friday and hope this all dies over the weekend. My challenge to everybody who is upset about this is to not let them do that. Don't let Monstercat just scoot off to the weekend. They need to be held accountable for what it is that they were advertising. That is still out there. Every time anybody linked to the page, they have it this right here. Fast track to Twitch affiliate status with a Monstercat Gold subscription and unlock monetization tools for your content. So here's what I think should happen. Right? Let's get that off the screen. Here's what I think should happen. Monstercat has a Twitch channel that they use as a radio station, essentially, for their music. The CEO of Monstercat should go live on Twitch today and explain what happened, where everything went wrong, how people misinterpreted it, how people might have misinterpreted things, apologize, and then offer a way for everybody that bought Monstercat Gold during this fiasco to get a no questions asked refund. They have to do the right thing here. And they have a Twitch channel. So what better place to apologize to the general public than during a Twitch stream? Stop the Monstercat radio for a bit. Go on camera. Put on some makeup if the CEO needs to. And do the right thing. Because this, and I might as well speak directly to Monstercat on this. Monstercat, this was my introduction to your brand. I've known about you for a while, but this is my introductory experience with your products and services. I already make use of the YouTube audio library, and I'm impressed by the recent attempts to ramp up NCS with NCS's new webpage, ncs.io. The service and the ability to download instrumental versions of NCS songs is something I really like. I've also tried Pretzel Player before as well for my Twitch streams. So I am no stranger to alternatives to commercial music as resources for multimedia stuff. I followed this stuff for years. I used to use royalty-free music, and I used to be a regular at Jamendo and Creative Commons music sites because I knew that copyright would eventually be a big thing, and the RIAA and commercial music rights holders would go crazy like they have. So it would be nice if I could square off Monstercat versus NCS versus Pretzel versus the YTAL, but I cannot, with good conscience, recommend any Monstercat products and services until this issue gets resolved. And to go against conscience is neither right nor safe. So, Monstercat, the thing not to do is scoot out of the office on Friday, hoping that this dies over the weekend. This needs to be addressed by the CEO on Twitch today. And the VOD needs to stay on the channel for people to see after the fact. Heck, link to it on the Monstercat Twitter. People need to know that they haven't just been grifted $5 for something, for a product and service that you're now no longer going to offer. Let's take a look at some of these other browser tabs. So everybody that linked to this has this in the tweets, and this may not go to anything anymore, but here it is. This is what was being advertised. This is the evidence left behind that Monstercat tried to do this, and it's not a good idea for them to try to sweep this under the rug. Not a good thing whatsoever. It's terrible for their goodwill, terrible for their brand image, terrible for their reputation. Let's look at some of these other ones. Here's the tweets. Here's the tweets that are still up, and I'm sure there's somebody at Monstercat who wishes that Twitter had an edit button. Monstercat and Twitch are teaming up to bring fast-track affiliate status for Monstercat Gold subscribers. Gold provides thousands of songs for use in your live streams, and as an affiliate, Twitch unlocks monetization tools for your channel. This is what caused the uproar. Then there's this. To clarify our original post, all current Gold subscribers must meet Twitch's affiliate criteria. Our goal was never to take away from the achievements that affiliates worked for in their time streaming on Twitch. First of all, if you think that affiliate is an achievement, you're wrong. Affiliate is something that is just affiliate is something that you can get by basically having enough computers running your stream from different IP addresses that it looks like, but you're still not going to get an audience. If you cheese your way to Twitch affiliate, you're still not going to have an audience. So what the tinnitus? Ooh, this isn't good. Ring. Well, let's just do it like they do in the studio with one ear. Oh. Well, we'll see if that ever goes away. Ah. Ooh. So, a bit of a problem with showering and then wearing and then going straight to headphones after, get home from work, jump in the shower, pop on the headset. My ears never totally dry out until hours afterwards. Not a good thing. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. Woo. All right. So here's the thing. Twitch affiliate. Yeah, try to pop my ears there. Twitch affiliate should not be the sort of thing that people feel they need to grind for. And there's some people that freaked out, like, it took me years to get Twitch affiliates. And I see the posts all the time in various groups on Reddit as well as on Twitter. Drop your links to your streams. And I see those people posting, we're so close to affiliate. Please, someone watch my stream. Anybody. And really what's going on here is creators need to understand the differences between creator issues and platform issues. They are different things. Twitch needs to solve the problem of creators not being able to get an audience on Twitch at the platform level. It shouldn't take creators doing workarounds like bring an audience from somewhere else, make YouTube videos, clutter up YouTube with VODs in order for Twitch to be a viable platform to exist on. It shouldn't take that crap. Twitch needs to be responsible for what they oversee. And what they oversee is a platform whose brand is so strong that so many people think they can be successful streamers that there aren't enough people watching Twitch that aren't also streamers in order to provide that audience for everybody that wants to be a Twitch streamer. That's why, and the numbers back this up. That's why you have people freaking out about this fast track to affiliate thing, because affiliate was a lot harder than it needed to be because of the problems and deficiencies of Twitch. That's the thing. Yeah. Still got to felt bottom this thing. So no, affiliate is not an achievement. When you get affiliate, it doesn't mean that you did good. It means that Twitch sucked a little less than usual and you got it. Yay. Partner, we can have a completely different discussion about. My response most recently. So what's it going to be now that numerous people bought gold subs while all of that was going on? If you think you'll be able to just scoot out of the office on Friday without buttoning this up, the Streisand effect would love to have a word with you. It's true. It's the way things are on the internet. You try and bury stuff, it keeps coming back over and over again. It's like a giant zombie. These other tabs here, yeah, there we go. Now, this little snippet of the Twitch affiliate agreement is the swan song for even if this was a thing that worked out. So here's something to consider. And this might be part of the reason why Twitch and Monstercat pulled the plug on this, because deep within the legalese of the affiliate agreement, which I don't know how it would apply to somebody if they didn't accept the contract by joining the affiliate program, because you need to accept this contract in order to become an affiliate. How does it have any binding anything over somebody who's not yet an affiliate? I don't know. Maybe that was a loophole. That was the reason. That was where this program might have come from or something. And then Twitch was like, no way, Jose. To Monstercat And so we end up in this mess that we're in right now. But look at this. If we, A, reject your application, or B, terminate your account in connection with any violation or abuse, including but not limited to violations of TOS or community guidelines, so after the A or B statement, you cannot attempt to rejoin the program without our advance written authorization. You cannot attempt to rejoin without our advance written authorization. So would Twitch have had to invoke this language here when all of those people who can't get Twitch affiliate were applying to be Twitch affiliate and getting rejected because they don't meet the requirements? That's probably the what ifs we'll be playing from this. But even still, no matter what, we return to the fundamental problem with the Twitch affiliate program, and that is that out of these three, it's the least interesting in the long term, because if you follow the numbers, YouTube versus Facebook versus Twitch, market share has Twitch will grow if streaming in general grows. But Facebook and YouTube have been eating up some more and more market share with every quarter. I mean, let's actually bring up some of these. Streamlabs, Stream Hatchet. Let's actually to take the browser off Stream here. Streamlabs, Stream Hatchet, etc. Some of my tweets are coming up. Okay, so we have Q2 and we have Q1 of this year. Wasn't there? Yeah, there's one for Q3 as well. Q3. I want to put these all on stream here. Live election report. Okay. Let's see here. Key takeaways. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Google looks a little weird. Just loading up all these Streamlabs blogs. Total hours out of the total hours that people have been watching. So let's actually take a look at the market share. And keep in mind, this is game streaming, so I don't know if it's... come on, load, graphics, load. Let's look at the total hour. Let's look at these specific pie charts for Streamlabs' blog here, and I'm just loading them all. All right, ready? Q1. Oh, that's the entry level graphic. I'm looking for hours watched. All right. Okay, let's go back to the browser here. This is Q1 2020. So here's Q1 2020. Facebook 11. This is total hours watched percent wise. 11, 22, 65. For Q2, 67.6, they actually gained here, but 11 and 20, so YouTube lost. Mixer died this quarter. But they started with 65, now they're down to 63.6, so they're now at a net loss for the year. Mixer shuts down. Most people go to Twitch. Maybe they might go to Facebook if that sweetheart deal didn't expire anytime soon, and you could instantly go into Facebook level up from being a Mixer streamer. But there was kind of, Twitch grew a bit during Q2, during the lockdowns and everything. Excuse me. This is a dividend paid by their brand, that Twitch has such a strong brand for streaming that people who wanted to watch streamers were flocking to Twitch, and people who wanted to be streamers were flocking to Twitch. But in terms of Twitch and its reputation and some of the events they were doing for live streaming, there you go. So they had a little boost there, but in Q3, 63.6. Now that DMCA is starting to kick in, I am extremely curious what Streamlabs, with this report for Q4 2020 and Q1 2021 is going to look like versus Q1 of 2020 with his 65, 11, 22, and 2. So considering most Mixer stream, well, this is hours watched, so not like it, we could say 67% of hours streamed. But I'm very curious as to what happens when we get to Q4 and also Q1 of next year. Once the DMCA effect, the Twitch DMCA Mageddon takes effect, and we start seeing streamers being worried about their ability to entertain others without commercial music in their streams. How do streamers adapt, and how many of them take hits because they can't ride the coattails of their commercial music anymore without risking copyright strikes and losing their channel? So we'll have to see exactly what that does here. So what this reflects on, of course, is the Twitch affiliate program it's on its way, I think, to being obsolete with the emphasis on concurrent viewers and the stuffy emphasis on exclusivity. let's actually, so the other part of this discussion, we're going to talk about Twitch affiliate and where it comes up short. Devin Nash was unfortunately spreading some misinformation because he's passionate about what he does. And sometimes that passion means that he wings stuff and misses on key points. So he did a video called Why You Should Never Be a Twitch Affiliate. And I actually watched that video, and that's where I learned about, where he came up short with this stuff. So I have it linked on my Twitter, twitter.com/MultimediaJay. But let's actually go over the Twitch affiliate agreement directly, because part of this Monstercat fiasco was I was throwing around this conspiracy theory of, what if someone dies and Monstercat takes all their YouTube revenue? Well, little did I realize that, that hurt actually. Little did I realize, knock on noggin here, that Monstercat has an FAQ on their website. So in this day and age of social media everything, sometimes we need to go back to the World Wide Web, 1990s internet style, and what this really means is, it's easy to piece together incomplete information and make it into misinformation from commentators and people with strong opinions about stuff. But if some organization or whatever being talked about has a website, go to that website and read stuff from them directly. Read what they have to say directly. Go straight to the source. Because the responsible thing to do, if you're a commentator, is to stick to what these people are saying and don't make it sound like they're saying something that they're not. Like, for example, you can't stream anywhere other than Twitch. False. You can't multi-stream. And that is the sort of thing, by the way, that people should consider when becoming a Twitch affiliate, that they're in a position where if they want to be a multi-platform creator, and they should figure out what they want to put where. But the Twitch stuff, per that agreement, always has to be by itself. Now, if you can double stream on Facebook and YouTube, because there isn't this kind of stuffiness here. But let me actually load up the affiliate agreement. I am not a lawyer, just a guy with a business background. And there's an FAQ as well, so let's load that up. Now, this does not apply to residents of South Korea, so if anybody's in that kind of stuff, then all right. Twitch affiliate program FAQ. We need to make sure that we mention that as well, because something very important to realize here is that Twitch actually clarifies the meanings of their legalese. So there's a separate one for South Korea, but let's look at this FAQ here. And we're just going to go back to that yet again. What do you need? Well, to join this, you have to reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, have an average of 3 viewers. Concurrence. The only platform that has this sort of thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they're answering questions about all of this stuff here. What do you mean by live Twitch content? If the stream is embedded in another website, this counts as Twitch and not a violation of the policy. The exclusivity clause, and this is the freedom that Twitch affiliates have that partners may not have, depending on the terms of their contract. But the exclusivity clause does not otherwise restrict affiliates from using other streaming platforms to do live streaming. For instance, an affiliate is permitted to start a stream on Twitch, and after ending that stream, immediately start a new separate stream on another platform, assuming the affiliate is not also using Twitch to broadcast that same content at the same time. This is Twitch's unique emphasis on exclusivity. Why? It goes back to that diamond I keep showing with people and technology. If you don't have the technology, you got to do things through people. And one of the ways that Twitch does things the not so techie way is by having stuffy exclusivity and stuffy agreements with people like this. It's worth bearing in mind that affiliates' exclusivity obligations impact only live content, not past stream content or VOD. Affiliates can upload the same VOD to Twitch and other platforms without any exclusivity concerns, with the exception again of archiving live content within 24 hours after it broadcasts on Twitch. Also remember that broadcasting pre-recorded live content on Twitch is considered real-time streaming of live content when it is broadcast for the first time. So there's a lot of questions that are answered here with regards to the affiliate agreement, but let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Get into the legalese. How big can we make this? Well, you can always read it over the top of my mug. Or I can put myself on the other side. That's probably the better option here. Actually, why don't we just go up into the corner here? You know, keep who needs this generic like streaming look or something when I could just be up in the corner. Okay. Let's look at the Twitch affiliate agreement. Let's go straight to the source. Last modified October of 2019. So the thing to keep in mind with this is that anything that's listed here predates this thing with Monstercat, and it would have taken precedence over this thing with Monstercat. What is this program? And keep in mind, for all of this legalese, a lot of times with dealing with law and business law and stuff, there are certain things that have to be in there, like indemnification and stuff. It just probably couldn't even be considered something that any competent lawyer worked on if there isn't something in there. It's just such a standard thing that these sorts of things. But the thing is, laymen out there, people that don't have any background in law, will read something like a legal document with one of those standard features and think that it's in there on purpose. Like, for example, the thing that YouTube has about commercial viability or whatever that was. If features can be shut down if they're deemed to be no longer commercially viable. So the lawyers didn't jump at that, but everybody else did. Like, YouTube can shut down my channel if it's not making enough money. Ah! And YouTube has clarified that, though. They've come out and said that it's about things like features that aren't getting used, stuff like that. They reserve the right to shut them down if they're not good for the business, etc. Not necessarily individual channels. Imagine how much of a talent exodus there would be if YouTube ever did that, though. It would snowball in no time. People would freak out, be like, well, my channel's probably going to get shut down, so I'm shutting mine down too. I mean, the copycat activity of losing content creators would probably be off the charts if YouTube ever dropped the ball on that. All right. This program permits you to monetize the broadcasting, streaming, distribution, exhibition of user content, etc., etc. You have to be this, that, the other, da-da-da. So here's the thing that would have ruined all the Monstercat stuff. We reject your application. I don't know how this would apply, though, if you didn't agree to it because you're not an affiliate yet. But the idea that if we reject your application, you cannot attempt to rejoin without advance written authorization, I think that would have been the most sour part of, I'm going to apply to be an affiliate via Monstercat. So imagine if you clicked the button that no longer exists on Monstercat now. But imagine if you click that button, you applied, you got rejected. Now you have to wait for Twitch to... It's one of those don't call us, we'll call you type things. Ugh. Now here's where Devin Nash really needs to actually read these things and see how they're being updated. But actually, this didn't change, so it's just the sort of thing where we forgot some things here. The scope of the exclusivity is defined here as opposed to his thing about your brand, your likeness. The thing with your brand and your likeness, and this is something I can relate to as somebody with a background in corporate America, is that that's one of the bases you want to have covered if you have people that are showing, things like their face on camera or whatnot. You want to cover the whole I can film you type thing somehow or another. Actually, I remember one time with the 9 to 5ers, we wanted to make a video of an associate picnic or something. Just laugh at, show the fun times, people having lunch and playing horseshoes and stuff like that at the company picnic. And we wanted to show it in the monthly meetings for how the business is doing. And HR was like, no, stop. You need to have them sign off that they consent to being filmed. Nowadays, I think it falls under the fact that we use security cameras and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the sort of thing where you do have to cover your bases in terms of things like people's likenesses and stuff and not invading people's privacy and things along those lines. So, of course, especially when you see that Twitch often makes those supercut reels or whatever it is of various streamers to advertise Twitch to people, and you'll see it in like pop-up ads and stuff. You'll see like something from Ninja, something from Shroud, something from this streamer, that streamer. So Twitch wants, if you're using their platform, the ability to use the content you have on the platform to generate those things. So I think Devin Nash reads way too much into the legalese here. Let's actually look at the exclusivity part of it, because that's the one that I'm most concerned about. That he made it sound like you can't stream anywhere else, and we've just seen from their own clarification of this specific of this specific part of the affiliate agreement that it only applies to when you're live. So really what this does is it creates an environment where you either stream on Twitch or you double stream on YouTube, Facebook. And that's why I have uBook as one of the number sets that I keep an eye on. So that we can keep an eye on, for example, all the competition of Twitch at once. Because, excuse me, without Twitch's stuffy emphasis on exclusivity, the competition, if you have the technology and the bandwidth, you could double stream and be out there on multiple platforms and see which one takes off. So, here is the scope of Twitch exclusivity defined right here. Live content exclusivity. Solely for any live audio-visual work you choose to provide to us as user content. Your live Twitch content. That's a definition of what that's... So it's kind of in reverse here. Usually there's these legal documents will have a definition of terms and stuff, but in this case it's being defined as we go. So everything that is live... Where's the lip balm? It's wintry here. There we go. Burt's Bees, baby. Who needs chapstick? Not an ad. I just happen to like stuff that's based off of beeswax as opposed to whatever chapstick is these days. Smearable plastic. Okay. So, the definition of the live Twitch content covered under the exclusivity stuff is live audio-visual work you choose to provide to us as user content. So from the beginning of the initial broadcast, for a period of 24 hours afterwards, that live content is exclusive to Twitch, even to you. So no broadcasting of any sort, blah, 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 anywhere else other than Twitch. It lives on Twitch for 24 hours. Now, whether or not Twitch is all that big on enforcing this, like when those partners and affiliates make YouTube videos too soon after their stream, like we've caught folks like Mr. Nash doing a couple of times. That's on Twitch. That's their responsibility to enforce this, or decide to or not. Bottom line, the exclusivity period is for when you're live. They even clarify that. And this is what a lot of Twitch affiliates miss whenever they perhaps get curious about streaming elsewhere, is that they can rotate platforms. And if you play your cards right, what you're going to end up with is you're going to end up... Let's just go back to camera for this. Not the opening screen, whatever. So if you play your cards right, you can turn this exclusivity thing on its head, because you can double stream on YouTube and Facebook, who are aggressively growing platforms, without the exclusivity stuff. So if you end up doing better on the rival platforms, you now have a situation where Twitch is your sidecar when you double stream on YouTube and Facebook. You'd be partnered on both, do all this other stuff on both, and then you get to a situation where Twitch is whatever, You look at the hours watched versus hours streamed in the ratios, and you see that it's less than a quarter. What was it last time? Let me fire up my Excel. All I had for supper tonight was rice, and I've got indigestion galore. What am I doing to myself? Right. Streamlabs, Stream Hatchet, Cruncher. I just made a chart that shows the progression of those ratios. But let's go back to the old ratio here. 23,061 for Q3 versus YouTube at 134. What kind of ratio is that? What's the percentage of that? So 23.061 divided by 134. 17.2%. Bada bing. Less than a quarter of the audience ratio of YouTube. Facebook's even bigger, so it's even worse. There you go. I'm glad I checked that. I really need to make some kind of like Imager or something like that for these graphics where I can put things in folders. I don't think Instagram lets me do that. I may be adding Imager to the to my social media links. Got to find something similar to Photo Bucket where I can have albums. Remember Photo Bucket? All right, audiovisual work you used to provide to us, that is what is exclusive. So the issue here is that as Twitch continues to struggle, and the competition continues to gain market share, and the technology, the thing that these commentators don't talk about, develops into something where it is less of a technical hurdle to stream on multiple platforms at once at 1080 60. YouTube is $9,000 in bitrate upload. Twitch is $6,000. So if you have a decent connection, you could probably do both at once and still have a couple of grand in overhead on the upload side. And it gets even wilder when more ISPs start offering synchronous broadband, like Verizon Fios, where I could get 75/75 with fiber. If I can get synchronous broadband, now I'm talking about it being a drop in a bucket to stream on everything at once and still have upload bandwidth available if I set up my system and network correctly at home. Yeah, this is why I'm talking about the Twitch affiliate program careening into obsolescence in the title of this stream, because I think as the technology catches up and as people's attitudes and how educated they are about this stuff catches up to things here, I think what we're looking at stuff like this becoming a thing of the past. And Twitch needs to figure out what they're going to do about this. Number one, you had all these people jumping the gun on what was essentially false hope that they could become an affiliate when a lot of times people complaining on Twitter were saying they couldn't get the concurrent viewers to get affiliate. They can get the followers, they can get everything, but nobody's watching them when they're live. And they're sick of being zero viewer Andes. So I'm sure that I can relate to that frustration. And I can also relate to that frustration when I see other streamers who are stuck. You know, like folks that I know from YouTube who are getting nowhere on Twitch, streaming to like one person or two people or zero. Nobody's watching them, but they're putting on a good show. So sorry to all the narcissistic commentators out there, but it is possible to make good content that nobody is watching. Like I said a long time ago, your content doesn't suck if you have no viewers. People just aren't watching. It doesn't reflect on you. Your content sucks when it sucks. No, your content sucks when your presentation is off. You're not being coherent when you're trying to talk. You're boring. You have mannerisms. You have this, you have that. Your content sucks when it actually sucks. It doesn't suck just because nobody's watching it. That could be a failure of the platform. Take YouTube, for example. How often do we hear about notifications not going out for subs and stuff like that? So are you going to tell me that it's always the creator's fault when things don't work out with these platforms, when it is not uncommon for these platforms to essentially be a middleman between a creator and their audience? How many times have people felt like the algorithms were keeping them from their own subscribers on YouTube? Anyways, initial broadcast, compliance requirements. Here's what I'm thinking about. I was reading this earlier. Never paid much attention to this until all this mess happened with Monstercat. And I was thinking about, what if somebody was rejected for affiliate using that link that people used to have? Violations. If you violate this agreement, the terms of service, or the bits acceptable use policy. By the way, Facebook streamers, you're not supposed to beg for bits on Twitch. I realized Facebook had something that's like, hey, how about some stars for that? But you're not supposed to do that on Twitch. So if you violate this agreement, the terms of service or the bits acceptable use policy, in addition to any other rights or remedies available to us, we reserve the right to withhold, and you agree you will not be eligible to receive program fees otherwise payable to you under this agreement, whether or not directly related to such a program. Program fees defined in this section: your bits, special purchases, subscriptions, other stuff, ad revenue, all this stuff that falls under program fees, which are defined here. You may be eligible to receive the following fees under this agreement as part of the program, collectively known as program fees. So it's defined here, and if you are violating this contract, Twitch can just say, not paying you. And this really, let's stop for a second here. Ladies and gentlemen, for the people that are like, I want to be a Twitch streamer, I want it to be my job, I want to be a full-time content creator, won't it be so amazing? No, not on Twitch with this stuff. Knock those cold ones back, baby. Look, imagine if you worked any job anywhere where when you screwed up, they just didn't pay you for the week. They took away your paycheck anytime you screwed up on the job. You did something wrong today, we're not paying you. Have I just made regular jobs look cool again to all these people like, oh yeah, I don't have to deal with that job anymore. I want to be a Twitch streamer for a living. Yeah. Except under this legalese right here, they don't have to pay you if you're violating the contract. Gets me wondering if there's some kind of compliance department at Twitch, and Twitch actually sits back and lets the revenue roll in off of non-compliant affiliates who are not following the rules. Because it's right there per a legal agreement between you and Twitch that if you violate this agreement, if you violate the affiliate agreement, we reserve the right to withhold, and you agree you will not be eligible to receive all that money, all these kinds of this sort of money that you normally get paid out. Yeah. Part-time content creators, rise up. Tell the world that it doesn't suck if you still have a regular, normal job. Because show me a normal job out there where you lose your paycheck if you ever screw anything up. Sounds like something from like the 20s or the 30s or some old TV show from a long time ago. Oh, you screwed up at work. I'm docking your pay. Darn, man. And it's in writing. It's in black and white. It's part of a legal agreement between you and Twitch. Back to the top. Things, terms, and conditions that govern your participation in the affiliate program. Any person or entity that participates or attempts to participate in the program must accept this agreement without change. Right. So I really wonder what kind of revenue does Twitch make off of non-compliant creators who are not following the rules in the affiliate program or even partner? Oh, the things that are in the stuff that people agree to and sign without reading. So some other things that Devin talked about in his discussion, and like, for example, payment threshold of $100 that matches YouTube, by the way, things like that. What happens if you're terminated, taxes, data privacy, and now we get into some of the, here we go, Twitch service customers. Check this out. Our customers are not, by virtue of your participation in the program, your customers. Sounds like the stuff I see in corporate America where, whatever contacts you make, you cannot take with you if you leave the company and go into business for yourself. Those kinds of things. Terms and termination. Let's see. Either you or we may terminate this agreement at any time with or without cause by giving the other party written notice of termination. Upon any termination of this agreement, all rights and obligations of the parties will be extinguished except for sections 8 and 11 through 17. And then here comes all the stuff the lawyers want in there. Indemnification, limitation of liability, relationship of parties, mandatory binding arbitration. Can't reassign it to someone else. Legalese, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love it. But it's the sort of thing where certain things have to be in writing. So there you go. So how does this make the Twitch affiliate program something that's careening towards obsolescence? You look at all those stuffy terms and whatnot, or you compare them to YouTube and Facebook, and you see the things that Twitch does that's uniquely Twitch. And you start to think to yourself, what is Twitch known for right now? What are people upset about? Twitch doesn't have a DMCA system like YouTube. People are worried about losing their channels to copyright strikes because Twitch doesn't have something like what YouTube has. So Twitch also doesn't have discoverability, according to so many people out there. You can stream and stream and stream and stream and stream. You're not going to get an audience. You have to bring the audience from somewhere else. Twitch this, Twitch that. They're not good at this. They're not good at that. They're not good at this. They're not good at that. So, given everything that Twitch is not good at, wow. Given everything that Twitch is not that good at, and they insist on exclusivity and things like that, how would that not lead to... Well, I talk about the unintended consequences of this emphasis on concurrence. Let me bring that back up. Ooh, look, the people technology diagram. Let's just have that show up just for fun. There you go. It's either people or it's technology. Woo! Yeah, if you don't have one, you got to focus on the other. You're missing the technology, you got to focus on people. This is something I'm thinking about, actually, with regards to Facebook and the music licensing, by the way. Because, yeah, if you can't take the content to Twitch as a VOD or anything, you can't broadcast it over to Twitch because of DMCA issues. In YouTube, you might get content ID'd, you might even get blocked. So, in a sense, I view the music license on Facebook as a way of Facebook keeping streams on Facebook and not getting them sent to other platforms. That'd be a technological way of getting around the whole trying to keep content from going somewhere else, as opposed to Twitch and their stuffy agreements on the people side. But let's load back up that slide that I've been passing around. Oh, it's still open from earlier. I never even closed it. So here's the thing. Why would Twitch affiliate be careening towards obsolescence? It would be careening towards obsolescence because as Twitch becomes known as the platform that can't do anything, they don't have discoverability, you can't grow on Twitch, you can't get an audience on Twitch, it's not worth it to be a Twitch streamer, blah, 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 blah. How would, as technology matures, that not lead to Twitch being more and more isolated as more streamers woke up to what they can do and double streamed on YouTube and Facebook, or just became YouTube streamers, or they got monetization on Facebook first while working on monetization on YouTube because Facebook level up is 14 days versus YouTube's 12 months. Wake up, YouTube. Yeah. Hey, let's put myself back down in the corner too, by the way. But all of this has unintended consequences, and I think something we need to talk about with regards to YouTube is this long 12-month evaluation period is going to have unintended consequences too, just like the unintended consequences of the concurrent viewer emphasis on Twitch. So think about it from an aggregate perspective of all these content creators doing the same stuff over and over and over again. Twitch's emphasis on concurrent viewers, lone emphasis on concurrence, means that you don't want to stream on Twitch if your stream won't help you get more concurrence. You're holding yourself back, or you're taking a step back if your stream doesn't get more concurrence in order to get Twitch affiliate. So there's certain content you're going to want to have on Twitch, and certain content you'll gladly put on YouTube or Facebook where there is no emphasis on concurrence, and you can just create. As people appreciate you and your content, you get to the point where you unlock monetization. Even if it's baby steps at a time, you whittle your way, so to speak, up to 4,000 public watch hours in a 12-month period and get 1,000 people to click a button on your channel, and you get monetized. I think this is too long at this point. It's the wart of these three, but YouTube is a very strong platform, so I would not be surprised if you saw people start on Facebook with its 14-day level up program with no emphasis on concurrence, by the way, and then work on YouTube partner while they were a Facebook level up somehow, and then get to take their pick once they got monetization on both, or do stuff on both, stream on both, monetize on both. Or maybe double stream from the beginning, and your monetization kicks in first on Facebook than it does on YouTube. As the technology for broadband matures on the upload side, especially with DOCSIS 4, giving cable of all internet connection types the ability to go synchronous more so than ever before. As this becomes more of a thing, Twitch is a platform where you can't do anything. If you're an IRL streamer, you can't stream music. Background music might get you DMCA'd. You have to walk on eggshells on Twitch. And when you're developing your presence on Twitch, the content you make has to help you advance to affiliate and advance to partner. If you even want partner in the first place. I only want affiliate. That's it. But here's the thing. Multiply this intimidation by every content creator out there who is affected by this. So, the content you put on Twitch is hampered by the need to get affiliate and partner. What helps you get affiliate and partner? That determines what content you put on Twitch. So there is a content issue with Twitch. There's an amount of content issue with Twitch. And the stuffy exclusivity means that you really have to think about, if you're doing really well on these two, red and blue, what do you want to put on Twitch, if anything? And I think the polarized response to Monstercat affiliates as it came and went really illustrates just how much the Twitch affiliate program needs to be renovated. There are people out there who want to feel like they're getting somewhere on Twitch. They're not going to get it from most of what they do because of all the broken problems with the website, with the platform. But I think what happened with all of this is just hard evidence that Twitch needs to very seriously look at their own affiliate program, because as the technology develops, as the platform develops, and as the market continues to develop between Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, we're going to see Twitch more and more on the defensive. Right now, they can say, oh, golden kappas, oh, multiplayer ads. I mean, they're trying to peacock away from their fundamental deficiencies as a platform. They don't have a proper system for DMCA as an alternative to it like YouTube does. Growth is near impossible because more people want to be streamers than be part of a streamer's audience. Twitch's branding is so strong that people have the wrong idea about content creation in general, no thanks to Twitch, like cluttering up YouTube or having different attitudes about YouTube because they're a Twitch streamer and they don't respect YouTube for what it is. So there's all these side effects of the old system. And it needs to stop, quite frankly. It's time for Twitch to take a good hard look at the affiliate program and how they do stuff that is uniquely Twitch, and the stuff that is uniquely Twitch, stuffy exclusivity, concurrent, focus on concurrence at all, many elements of Twitch culture are not a good thing for content creation as a whole. Not a good thing for a world that includes YouTube, not a good thing for a world that includes Facebook. Not a good thing for a world that includes DLive and BitTorrent X, if that becomes a thing. Knock back some cold ones, baby. So, that's the thing. The Monstercat affiliates thing came and went, and now we have to talk about how the Twitch affiliate program really is, it needs to be renovated. What exists right now for Twitch affiliates isn't good enough. And the uproar over Monstercat affiliates coming and going really should be a massive source of feedback for Twitch as to what they need to do next. And it might as well also be some feedback for YouTube as well, with what it takes to become partnered on YouTube these days. This market is evolving, and the whole YouTube partner thing goes back over 10 years now. Maybe it's time YouTube had an affiliate program of some sort and competed with Twitch directly on that. I think that Facebook has affiliate but no partner with the Level Up program. But it's just the changing world we live in. Sometimes things change on their own. Other times you have to acknowledge that things need to change, and then make those changes happen. And with the rise and fall of Monstercat affiliates, it's time for Twitch to look at changing affiliate and how it works, as well as how growth on the platform works in general. Because there's so many people out there that are just sick of it at this point. All right. Social medias, youtube.com/MultimediaJay, twitter.com/MultimediaJay, twitch.tv/MultimediaJay, multimediajay.wordpress.com, and MultimediaJayTV on Instagram. So many things to talk about, but at least this time it seemed a lot more focused than what I was doing last night. All right. Folks, while all of this has been going on, I was actually working on a YouTube video. Yes, I still make those. Too bad it got derailed for several days because of this. But I had to chime in on this. Twitch, your move. It's obvious there are lots of fiery opinions about your current affiliate program. Time to take a look at them and see what you can do to improve, because you have a lot of improving to do versus your competition. Till next time, this is Multimedia Jay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.